Hello and welcome back, dudes and dudettes, and I am obviously Light Liger here, and today we're gonna be diving in to some real under-the-radar altcoins out there. And I really mean this because yesterday I saw a video by Ivan on Tech, which had a video titled Most Secret Altcoins of August 2020, and it had shit like Kyber. Come on, man, like Kyber is currently sitting at 39. Everybody knows Kyber. Anybody who has been more than 3 months in crypto right now knows Kyber. They know these DeFi coins, Aave, Kyber, MakerDAO. Everybody knows this shit. And that's kind of what annoys me with a lot of these, my peers in YouTube. They tend to talk about the coins that are in top 100. Everybody knows the coins in top 100 if they have been long enough in the space, And yes, the top 100 does change now and then, but for the most part, people are very familiar with most of the coins that are in top 150 or so. And usually these coins that are already that high tend to have less price discovery. And by price discovery, I mean the price could go much, much higher. And most of the top 100 coins are listed in things like Binance and Coinbase, and these are things which essentially increase the value of the coins. And before they are listed on such big exchanges, they can still really grow on price. So I have in this video 9 coins that I'm going to be showing you, and I hold some of these. Some of them I haven't bought up yet because I just kind of learn about them, and also I just don't have enough money, or I don't have the funds yet to basically acquire them. And obviously, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. But let's start with the biggest bang in the room, and that is Klaytn. And you may ask, well, what the fuck is Klaytn? Klaytn is owned by and created by KakaoTalk. And you may, LL, what is KakaoTalk? Well, KakaoTalk is like the Telegram of Asia. Telegram has 400 million users. KakaoTalk has 220 million registered users. 93% of smartphone owners in South Korea are using this app. Okay, let that sink in for a second. 93% of the people use this app. And soon, I don't know when, this is my speculation, you can be sending payments on KakaoTalk. And guess what currency they will be using? Yes, it will be fucking Klaytn. Okay. And this is I literally have nobody talked about this. I've seen articles about Klaytn, but I haven't seen nobody talk about it. And there's already a lot of dApps. It's basically, to my understanding, a fork out of Ethereum. It's not proof of work. It's not proof of stake. They have their own consensus model. And there's blockchain application, BAPS. These are not decentralized. BAPS is not a decentralized application. There's a one called Cosmo Chain, and you can already create tokens under Klaytn. Klaytn is sadly not on many big exchanges yet, but actually, because the supply is not tracked properly by CoinGecko, we're going to be looking into that second. It's actually not showing on the actual market cap, but this is, I run the numbers, it's like number 45 in the goddamn list. And it's not even on CoinMarketCap yet. Okay? You let that sink in. This is a top 100 coin, but it's not on top 100 on CoinGecko because CoinGecko is not actually tracking the coins the way they are supposed to be, doing thing A and B, C. So Binance is joining the council here. Probably means Binance listing, guys. Klaytn supporting with Samsung. They have all of these integrations and all the partnerships in Korea. South Korea is big on crypto. It's going to be one of those leading players. Not China. It's going to be Korea and Japan. Well, okay, let's say China is pretty big. Maybe I'm downplaying that a bit. But Korea is going to be really big. And that's why Klaytn is going to be a good investment, or it's going to be a powerful blockchain in this space. And they have their own, I think it's called proof of contribution or something like that. It's basically their blockchain, and there's I will do some videos, guys, on Klaytn in the future, but right now there's a couple of wallets that support it. I own a small bag of it. I've already made some gains. It is currently sitting at 17 cents per token, and there's a supply of I don't know, billion or something like that. So just take my word. You can go to their Explorer and run the math yourself, and you can see the actual trends. And right now it's going up quite a lot. Well, look at the 14-day chart here. It's 16 cents now. It's at 17. 30-day chart. Maybe so you can better. Okay, it was actually over 20. I don't remember when I bought it at exactly number a date, but maybe I even bought it on May, even with 6 cents. I don't remember. I'm gonna edit that in the screen somewhere. But Klaytn is something, a force to be reckoned with. Nobody fucking talks about this coin, but you have already developers in, already a couple of dApps, the Cosmo chain with some type of a cosmetics type of a thing, and then they got one called some type of a social media app. I can't remember the name right now, but definitely a lot of things going on for Klaytn. But let's move into our next coin, or token actually, called EffectAI. And this one has, well, you can see United Nations, a lot of partnerships with this one. And this is basically an EOS token right now. And it is on Nudex. That's where you can trade it. I have a very, very small bag because the price has been kind of climbing up. We can look at the chart right now before we jump into the actual. Here's the 30-day chart. It's been at 1 cent, and now we are like almost at 3 cents here. Like a 180-day chart. So you can see how low value this was and how much has been growing and growing and growing. Very good charts in my opinion. And what exactly EffectAI is doing, so they have YouTube subtitles. The Rosette is their application, which is basically, if I'm going to have the description now in English, I can put it into another language in Spanish. There's going to be people who is going to be decentralized. They get like a part of the text or something like that, and they convert it, and I can start using this as a service for myself because the search engine optimization is going to be higher for videos that are going to be having subtitles and translations. And it's like a service where you can translate stuff and you basically get paid in the token in exchange. And I might do like a singular video about this project. My colleague Max Dapp had a bit of a video about this project and what they're really about. They're also working with Acon actually right now. And basically, you should watch his videos on the EffectAI, which goes more in depth about the matter. But definitely a very interesting project, very unique. And next up, we're going to be talking about Phantasma. And Phantasma is another blockchain that is going into the gaming space, but they have actually already a couple of dApps in the works, and they are kind of like going in for the interoperability. I can't pronounce this word, guys. I'm sorry. But basically that there's going to be interaction with other blockchains with each other, and the tokens could be like send out from another blockchain to another. And I guess this applies into NFTs and everything, and they have this sort of a Phantasma app coming out, and there's so the dual token system, which is kind of like the resource you have like in Tron or EOS, for example. They already had NFTs. I kind of feature one of their airdrops recently on the channel. And also there's a lot of big partnerships here. And I think they also have some type of an application or a game already done in beta right now. And gaming is going to be one of those things which are going to be probably the leading causes for mainstream adoption for normies. And I still hold that statement. I don't think it's DeFi or marketing or anything. It's going to be games for sure. And NFTs are going to be a big part of it. And you should always kind of like bet on those projects. That's my 2 cents really. So Phantasma is a good option. And also the second project we're going to be looking into in a minute. We can look at also a bit of the charts here. So I think Phantasma has been at least staying pretty steady. Let's look at the 1-year chart. So for the price, so I think there's a lot of development. It's on a couple of markets right now, KuCoin and Hotbit. Remember, the Sol ticker is not the same as the Sol token on Ethereum, so that's a different project. But Phantasma is currently sitting at ranked 4052, market cap of 3 million. I could see a lot more valuation for this in the future. But let's move on into the next project. We have another gaming project called Xaya. Basically, This one has a lot of gaming-based things. They already have this game that is currently on beta. It's called Tarion. We can take a bit of a look at this gaming. And a lot of the blockchain games, I come from a gaming background. Before I started this channel, I did a lot of gaming videos. I've done gaming videos for, well, almost a decade. And a lot of the blockchain games are really bad. It's just like, okay, they're really bad. They're badder than the games that came out in the early 2000s, like these browser games on like Newgrounds and shit like that. Like, they're even worse than that. And I think this might be one of those games that are going to be a bit more higher class compared to a lot of the other ones in the space. And I think there's going to be also a lot of other games that they are working on. And I think it doesn't look like the most amazing game out there compared to a lot of, like, you know, non-blockchain based games. But when you compare it in its own space of blockchain games, I think it does look a somewhat promising project, and there's work to be done with it. And they are working on many things like NFTs, and there's also Soccer Manager Elite, Isles of War, Xaya Ships, there's Xaya ID, Street Fighter. I mean, an official partner, Ubisoft. They're getting that sweet Ubisoft cash. And there's SDK here. So a lot of upswing, and this is not like super high market cap project right now. And I'm really planning to. I'm gonna do a future video about this project, but definitely very under the radar gaming project. Currently sitting at 3 cents market cap, around 1 million, rank 608. And let's look at a bit of the chart. Been pretty stable. I think there's a lot of up curve here possibility. I usually look at like when exactly is the best time to buy. Right now it's kind of on the middle side, so maybe I will wait perhaps until go to 2 cents and then buy. But this is one of those things that could go up quite significantly in the future. Next up, Banano. Banano. I love the memes. This is the best meme coin in the space right now. And they're doing a lot of things, like the camouflage update that they did not too long ago. So in some ways, it's offering a privacy element that Nano is not giving out. And somehow it feels also that their community is a bit more active. There's things built on it. And the distribution, for the most part, is pretty great. All these faucets that they have done, the Banano miners and the power plants, and the wallets are obviously sick. They have these tipping bots, and lately they have done a lot of partnerships. So they got listed on. They did apply for a Binance listing as well recently. Yeah, it was Hit PTC. So that was the one that they got signed on, and they are on many exchanges already. And I think it's a bit undervalued. It's very cheap to get into. As I said, it's a very low price right now. On, you know, its current price is only this. And I own a couple of thousand Banano. I don't remember how much, but there's many exchanges where you can trade it on the current smaller ones. And there is even a Chinese community for this one, which is really weird because a lot of the memes are kind of more Western based, but they have kind of like made their own memes on China and stuff like that. And here, look at the chart on 180 days, and that's pretty nice. So gone up quite significantly. And I mean, even on one day, it could replace Nano, because I don't know. I just like Nano in a certain ways, like what it's been done, but I like the Banano community more. I'm just saying, okay? But I still think both are good projects, and if you love already Nano, why not buy Banano then? You know, it's a very small investment to be made. Like, it's a very cheap cost of acquisition, because it could be in the top 100, you know, in the future. It definitely could be there. But let's move on. Particl. And this is basically an untraceable cryptocurrency that has private dApps, which is a term that I haven't learned before. It's also kind of more as a lot of these coins. I mean, Banano is not necessarily under the radar, but it's kind of like, in terms of the market cap, it truly is. So this is basically on using the Bitcoin code base. They are building a lot of stuff. Double deposits, Mad Escrow, lightweight and scalable, smart contracts which are privacy focused, atomic swaps, cold staking even, a private marketplace that they have. Might do a video about it in the future. And, a lot of interesting things here, like real development. It's a very tech-oriented type of a project. And I see some potential with it. And I'm going to be looking more into their project. This is something that I also learned recently. But it is kind of like under the radar. It's currently 355th rank, sitting at 66 cents. And here's the 180-day chart. It would have been very nice to buy it at 30 cents. Or 35 cents. And I think this is also one of those coins that could, it's significantly low from its all-time high, which is $50, but it is also 86% high from its all-time low. So this is a bit of a wild card type of a project because there's so many people who are kind of somewhat doing the same thing in the space, and there's going to be only a few of them which are going to be making it through. So Particl definitely has competition, but I kind of see it as a potential project for growth in the future in terms of privacy. And seeing privacy and smart contracts is something that I'm kind of interested at. Next up, we have Kleros. And Kleros is basically, a justice system in a blockchain. And Biz loves this coin. Biz loves it. Biz talks about it every single day. It's all about Link and Kleros and Biz. And I was like, okay, this is another shit coin by Biz. And I looked into it. And I saw, like, damn, this is actually a pretty promising project if there's going to be customers into the protocol. So there are a lot of use cases: e-commerce, freelancing, intellectual property, finance, content moderation, small claims, and all of these type of things. And it's basically, as they say, justice as a service. And you get cases and decisions. Also, I believe they're going to be giving you Kleros for that. There's also integrations like Uniswap Ninja, Curate, a lot of projects in part of the ecosystem working with Kleros. And you can join as a juror and earn money through that. And there's also, you can integrate it to your own platform. And European Commission, winner of blockchains for social good price by blah, 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 blah. 2020. Reuters, Incubator, and I don't know what BPI France is, but these are pretty hard-hitting memberships here, guys. Pretty big partnerships. And those are, at least in case of VeChain, for example, and Chainlink, have been one of the main leads for the price movement and the price going up. And I might do an actual video on Kleros in the future, kind of going more specifically into the Kleros court and the actual products that they have in their ecosystem, so you can get a bit of a better idea of Kleros. It's not too late to get into the whole thing. It's currently sitting at 3 cents, ranked 224. It's, somewhat, if you follow Biz, you know what Kleros is. It's not the most under the radar project on this list, but I don't see that many people talking about it though. So, and the price looks pretty good. Right now, I wouldn't buy it this. I'm probably going to be waiting for the dip. But it's been doing really well if you look at the 180-day chart. And then we go moving into our second last project. We have the Noya network. And this is basically becoming some sort of a second layer solution to internet infrastructure. So, as you can see in the pictures, it kind of puts out the internet into some type of connecting through Noya, which is the outside network, to the public internet through the cloud or something like that. This is another project that I've been hearing about a lot over the year, but I haven't really had the time to look into it that deep. But definitely at least what I've read about it so far, seems pretty promising. The website at least looks very clean. And software as a service and basically doing any types of upgrades on over the internet is really good, because in some countries, internets are really, really bad. And also, a lot of big partners. Microsoft. I don't know what these others are, but Microsoft and Oracle. Big companies. And Noya, programmable internet, all of these things sound very exciting. There are, I think, a couple of projects which are doing something similar. but definitely something to look forward to. And it's currently sitting at 2 cents, have been gaining 30% in the last day or so. And let's look at the 90-day chart here. And it's not too late to buy, but damn, if you had bought at this price and seeing these gains, like hot damn, god damn, like these half a cent and now over 2 cents. So pretty good. And look at the all-time high, which was, no, actually this is all-time, 9 cents. So that's 11 months ago. So we could definitely see that again, given the charts. It's on KuCoin right now, good exchange. That's probably where you want to do it right now. And I'm probably going to be buying it after I'm launching this video. But I maybe wait for it kind of dip down more in the price so I get a bit more of it. But it's a definitely interesting Ethereum token. I think they are also working on a mainnet. I could be wrong about that. But as a last project, we're going to be talking about StakeNet, which has been a big hype in Biz right now. And sucks to be all of you, but I bought this coin at 2018. Yeah, 2018 November. And that was around 12 cents. Now it's at 27 cents. And not too long ago, it was at 29 cents actually. Look at this chart. Look at this goddamn chart. 5 goddamn cents at some point. I wish I would have bought the dip, but I didn't. And damn, look at this trajectory. It's going to go up. This is not going to be the end of it. Currently it's sitting at rank 165. And I guess this is not so low radar anymore, because I was supposed to do this video like a week ago, but I got so many delays. And this could have been, I mean, not so long ago, this was like under 200. So before this whole boost run. And I don't think the boost run is over. And what they basically did was an actual DEX, which is using Lightning Network, Bitcoin's Lightning Network. So they have their own coin, which is the XSN, which is a masternode coin and proof of stake. They also have a lot of other projects, which I probably might review in the future on the channel. They have this sort of staking platform where I actually hold my coins right now, and also supports PIVX and Stratis. And it also allows you to host the StakeNet masternode in that service as well. And there's a lot of dApps, and they got this sort of a trustless proof of stake consensus. And they got a lot of things that are part of their ecosystem. They got treasury. I love the treasury systems because that allows you to do a lot of cool stuff. Fund dApps, fund adaptation, and all that was jazz. And there's governance even. And man, they got a lot of things going on. And the DEX is currently in like beta or something, and I'm gonna be reviewing it. The Light wallet also looks like goddamn sexy. Probably gonna be reviewing that on the channel. And here you can look at the actual interface, and it supports already a couple of coins. And it's one of those better DEXs out there currently. The BlockNet or whatever it's called, I don't think it supports the actual Lightning Network. Yeah, so this is a Lightning Network based Bitcoin DEX that offers also Litecoin and StakeNet, and I think there was Doge or something else, something to be explored in a future video. And they also have partners: Ledger, Litecoin Foundation, Binance, Trezor, Livecoin, Coinall. These are exchanges, by the way. So very good project. Is it right now the good price to buy is a different question, but I will see. We might see even 50 cents soon. And what is my selling point? Don't know yet, because their masternode is really expensive to buy right now. But definitely, this is my list of the 9 coins that I gathered. Sorry for making a long video, but I thought I would be adding much details as possible. You could with such a long formatted video about all of these projects. You can obviously chill your own under the radar altcoins or whatever, but hopefully you like this video, you found something good, and hopefully if you invest now in some of these projects, they're going to be very fruitious in the future and going to be giving you very nice gains. And I've left exchange links down below where you can find it and trade these coins at. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.